Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another banger video, y'all feel me? Alright, so as y'all saw in the thumbnail and title, today we are checking out more Southwest Florida Revamp development blog posts. I know that's a very long name for this, but this is our ninth and pretty much our final development blog that we're ever gonna get, and the update is gonna be coming out very soon. It's already about to be the end of Q2, which means the update is right around the corner. There is no set date just yet, but just know it's around the corner. So without being distracted, without wasting time, let's just get straight into it. First thing we have, obviously, hello everyone. Per usual, apologies for the delay. Welcome to the ninth and final development blog. We hope you all have enjoyed a look into the development cycle laid out so far, and you are excited for release, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us are. Today we will be taking a look into Club Mirage, which, if you know, that's a pretty big area that kind of lost a lot of traction after a while. The home ownership process, customization, and of course more cars. Let's start with these new vehicles. The first look that we have is be bold and adventurous in the 2023 Berlin 430W and 630W models. This lineup features something for everyone. Berlin's flagship model, the 630W GTB, is the perfect all-round with excellent balanced off-road and on-road performance. Looking for something more traditional and true to its roots, the 430W classic stripes away from luxurious and more functional purpose, offering more storage space and exterior off-road accessories. For the ultimate off-road and luxury experience, the 630W GTB XL leaves no expense to spare. Combined with larger wheels, extended fenders, and a bespoke body kit, the XL is reserved for those who wish to conquer all types of terrain. On the picture here, we can see it's very much just the G-Wagon, but obviously we can't call it that. So these are the new Berlin cars. You have the normal version and the off-road version. You have the 630W and the 430W. 430W obviously would be a bit more off-roady, while the other one would be, I guess, more street legal in a way. And then we also have our third one, the Berlin 630W GTB XL, lifted with more lights, more accessories, and all around more off-road capabilities. The 2021 Berlin 630S GTB continues a legacy of vehicles tailored towards high performance luxury on the street as a reasonable price point. This coupe, combined with its twin-turbo V8 and 4-seat configuration, maximizes performance and convenience without sacrificing finer details. Here we can have a very nice look at this beautiful 630S GTB. Obviously two-door, but also can seat 4 people. V8 obviously, so you know it's going to be very fast. This will be a fun car to drive around, I know that. for a fact. Another little side note here, as you can see, we have what seems to be something similar to Facebook Marketplace. We have the 2021 Carlton Regency Sport for $24,000 Sarasota. It also includes a small little picture of the map on the right of the screen, shows gas, the odometer, title status, transmission type, and all this. I don't know if this will actually be in the game or if this is just like a fun post, but it might be, who knows. But they're obviously just showing off the Chrysler 300. Moving on, a look into the home system. Whether you prefer a penthouse with awesome views, a private mansion, or a suburban cookie cutter house, a lot of time has been invested in making these places feel like a home. Interaction will be present throughout all home types, from standard roleplay activities to cooking and cleaning. House purchasing and spawning is handled through the main interaction menu, where a player can spawn their preferred house style in any available lot that fits that home type or the home type. Direct home actions are handled through a phone app, including inviting friends over. By default, uninvited players will be completely unable to enter your residence, even with the doors on lock. The minimap texture is temporary. We forget to re-enable shadows on the apartment interior. It's too late for retake. Sorry for tweaking audio. Alright, let's take a look at the video. So in the very start, you can obviously see we have the the G-Wagon spawned in. I believe this is the 630W. We have that spawned in, and we obviously just bought a house. Next, we drove up to the apartment, and then we stepped onto a block, which would be the elevator, of course, and that brought us all the way up into the actual apartment. Then we just quickly ran through the whole apartment, showcasing the bathroom, quick little light, the sliding doors with an amazing view, especially with the sunset. Just ran through all the available rooms that you get in the apartment. Then it also showed the inviting, where you can invite friends into your apartment so they can come in, hang out, do some other stuff. And also it also showed the home on the phone, and it showed a couple of options. They might add more, but we're not sure yet. If you could see, once you open it, you have lock and unlock doors, you have manage home access and all that. So it might be the same thing for all, but this apartment definitely looks really good. In the next video, we start off obviously in the Mustang. We're using the draggy, showing off the speeds. 0 to 60 in 4.25 seconds, 0 to 100 in 9.6, and a quarter mile in the quarter mile in just barely under 13 seconds. Then we went into the customization shop, entered, and here's one thing that we don't have that they're showcasing now. In the wheels, and you go to obviously your front and you put drag slicks on. I wonder why. You choose how you want your drag slicks to be. Perfect, make it the way you want it to be. Then we do the same thing with the rears. Make it the exact way you want it based on looks, and it does give you a price range, or gives you a roundup of how much you spend in total for that. And obviously going through the suspension, doing all of the more detailed stuff, going more into the engine, the tuning, all the stuff that you can buy, to make your car faster. And with that, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, 0 to 100 in 3.49, and then do a quarter mile in 8.5 seconds. So this means that the tires actually do help your car a lot, especially with all the engine tuning, the induction systems, whether it be turbocharged or supercharged, all the more finer things. Here in the third video, we start off with a truck, what seems to be maybe the Ford Lightning or a Chevy. I'm not sure which one, but we start off with a truck. We obviously go into our transmissions, our engine conversions, kind of shows us how much horsepower we're getting, how much torque, going through all the engine stuff to make this truck faster. We pay for all of that, purchase complete, we leave the shop, and we actually have different sounds. The truck is now faster, obviously, and sounds better. So, pretty sure it depends what engine you get for certain vehicles though, but you could probably change, say, a 6-cylinder to a V8, and it's going to drastically change your car, because obviously weight to power ratio is going to be way different from the stock engine. As promised, let's dive back into some of the new systems within the car customization. The main standout here is the inclusion of engine and transmission swaps. something we think a lot of players will be excited to start diving into. While the stage 1 to 3 in system in the current game is sufficient, we saw it necessary to expand car customization into individual parts, from turbo setups, superchargers, ring gears, and more, for a true to life customization experience, which also allows further balancing of these individual components. There are now trade-offs for high horsepower cars, high boost but excessive turbo lag for big singles, lower overall boost for twin setups with a more linear powered band, and even simulated parasitic loss. Parasitic. And even simulated parasitic loss on larger superchargers. Stage 1 to 3 still exists for standard engine upgrades and a few other things. However, we have some cool stuff planned to come with this post-launch. In the current game, a lot of the top speeds on vehicles were tuned via aerodynamics drag. This meant that some cars were aerodynamically limited to a certain speed when they should have been electronically limited to that speed. This is no longer the case, and cars now have realistic drag values and removable electronic speed limiters. To wrap up, Club Mirage has seen some improvements. NPC crowds are now present, which will change in size depending on the time of day, of week. Working at Club Mirage will, similarly to some of the previously showcased jobs, consistent of making TOS compliant drinks and cleaning tasks for lower ranks. Most ranks within each job will include varying tasks, and as you work your way up the ladder more, tasks become available to you. As mentioned previously, the more you interact with the systems, the greater pay you will receive. And for our very final and last look at the dev blog before the update comes, our last video. We have a couple people walking in, the Mirage looking very lively, to say the least. A lot of people dancing, you have a DJ. That's on the right of the screen. On the left of the screen, it shows more of the working, as obviously seen in the star blocks, and the way how that works is very similar. You just pour different drinks, then once you're done, you obviously go up to the counter, put it down, the person comes in or comes to the counter and just takes what they need. Obviously, this system may get changed. Obviously, it might get changed. So this possibly couldn't be the final. But alongside with the pouring on the drinks and all that, you also have the timing. So you have to get it to them as quick as you can. Obviously, one thing I do want to point out, the lighting in the Mirage looks so good. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't know how they script it, I don't know how they model it, but it's really good. And I will say this, I'm so excited for this update. I've been playing this game for legitimately just years. I've been here since the first map. I lost my OG account, so I don't have alpha or whatever, but I've been playing this game for so long, and just to seen this game gone through so many different changes. But with that being said, the video is over. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will be sure to catch y'all in